Good morning, children. Today we are going to complete all the exercises of your English literature novel book, David Copperfield's second chapter. The name of the chapter is My First Trip and Homecoming. Now, if you have your book with you, turn to page number 65. Now, on this page, you will see an exercise has been given, language practice. Fill in the gaps to make collocations from chapter 2. So let us start with that. Okay, here's the first one, and it's been done for you. A gap has been given, after it wish has been written. And in your book you can see a lot of options are also given. However, the first one is done for you. So secret will be the correct option for wish. Now let's move on to the second one. Silver. So your option would be pipe. Silver pipe. The next one is living room. Next one is boarding school. Fifth one is fishy smell. And the last one is gold watch. Children, I hope you have written it down. You will need to write all these in your fair copies. Now let's move on to the comprehension part on page number 64. We are going to write the answers of the questions. Let's start with the first one. What did David think about Yarmouth when he first arrived there? When David first arrived in Yarmouth, he was disappointed. He had not expected the seaside to be so dull and gloomy. So that's your first answer. After writing this answer, don't forget to draw margin with a ruler, okay? Second question. It says, who did David meet in Yarmouth? The answer is, David met Mr. Peggotty, Ham, Emily, and Mrs. Gummidge in Yarmouth. The third one asks, what was strange about the house of Peggotty's? Peggotty's house was a strange but wonderful place. It was a boat that had been turned into a home. Fourth one, what did Emily want to do for Mr. Peggotty? Emily wanted to buy a gold watch, a silver pipe, and a red velvet coat with diamond buttons for Mr. Peggotty. Fifth one, how was David's home different when he got back from Yarmouth? The answer is, when David got back from Yarmouth, he found that everything had changed. His mother had married Mr. Murdstone. Mr. Murdstone, along with his sister, had come to live there. His mother was scared of them, and she really spoke to David. Let's move on to the sixth one. What happened when David could not answer the question? When David could not answer the question, Mr. Murdstone beat David with a cane until he thought he would die. Seventh one. What did David do to Mr. Murdstone? David bit Mr. Murdstone's hand. The last question of the comprehension part is, how was David punished again? David was locked inside the room for 5 days and he was not allowed to meet anyone. So these are all the question answers of comprehension. Do write it in your fair copies, and you must remember to draw margins with a ruler after every answer. Now let's go to the extracts. The first one says, I don't suppose I am from the right sort of family. The answer is, Emily gets disappointed to think that she is the daughter of a fisherman and her mother was also the daughter of a fisherman. So she can't be married to a rich man. As a result, she is hopeless of being a lady. The second extract is I just didn't feel like home anymore. The answer is after his trip from Yarmouth, David feels that Mr. Murdstone has not only changed the atmosphere of the rookery but also his mother. She hardly talks to him. For David, his own house was like a strange place for him. Now, the last extract, Mr. Murdstone had not only changed the atmosphere of the rookery but he had also changed mother. And the answer is Mr. Murdstone had completely taken over the control of the rookery in David's absence. He had now he was now in charge of the affairs of the house and had also brought a change in the way Clara Copperfield interacted with her own son. So children, these are all the question and answers of the second lesson of your novel David Copperfield. Go ahead and write all these answers in your copy. Thank you.